What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you guys go on down below this video and click on that subscribe button. This morning I am out. It is a beautiful day out here, a little bit hot. I had to pull up on the bank right now and get me some freaking shade because I am already baking and it's not even like 9:30 yet. So it is going to be a hot one today. As you can see, the sun is shining and it is beautiful out, and it is a perfect day to do some day shooting. So if you guys are subscribed to the channel and you saw the last video, we were out on the Mississippi River doing some day shooting and we did pretty dang good. So I'm hoping today I can find some more fish, but the only thing is we are on a different river today. As you can see on the bank behind me here, you can see where the water has been like the last week, and it was pretty high the last week, but now it is way down. The water went way down since I last looked over here. So that kind of sucks because most of the spots that I wanted to get to, you have to get to by like going through creeks and little cuts like you can see up there that are off the river. Pretty much what the plan is today, I'm gonna be ripping the river. I just launched the boat and came probably a half mile, and we're just gonna start out by looking for little cuts like this. As you can see right here, I just pulled up to the first one. And there's little creeks like this that will run off into back areas that are flooded in the woods or other little lakes that run off from the river. And that is where we're going to want to try to find these carp and fish that we're going to be targeting today. So I will see you guys when we find a good spot and start shooting some fish here. All right, so we're going to cruise into the first spot here. And like I was saying, if it was kind of confusing before, we have the main river here, obviously. And then there's this little creek or runoff here that comes out of the river. And obviously there's like no current in here. So this is gonna be the stuff we are looking for or targeting today. And we're pretty much just gonna be running the main river until we find stuff like this. And hopefully this will lead us to a spot with cattails or like a grassy area, a weedy area, somewhere with vegetation where these fish are going to want to be sitting today. But this first spot already looks kind of good, honestly. This goes way back in the woods here. I'm not sure where it's going to lead us or how far we can go with the low water conditions, but this is what we're going to be doing. Let's get going and let's shoot some fish. Well, we're just getting to the end of spot number one. This went further than I thought back here. There wasn't really any weeds or vegetation, just super low, mucky water with trees and crap floating in it. But I was really surprised that I didn't see a single buffalo, common, or gar. I saw nothing. The water is super freaking murky though, so this is gonna be a tough river today with how low the water is and how murky the water is right now. But we're gonna keep going and hopefully we can find a better spot at spot number 2. Oh, there was a gar. All right, well, first fish, that was a good sign at least. There was looked like a short-nosed gar sitting in this brush. You could just barely see it down there because the water is so dark. But it's a good sign we saw a fish. Also though, it looks like we're not making it past this unless I got an idea. Okay, well that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be quick. Okay, so I was trying to make it back into this lake that's on the other side of this big cliff pretty much because the water's so low. Saw this little creek, but it looks like it's a dam coming out from the lake, so I don't think we can get past it. But if there is moving water in there, I'm guessing that there will be some gar or something sitting in this little part by this dam. So we're gonna roll in here and check this out. I see some movement in there. Oh, there's a gar. We got one gar. Just came to the top of the water right there. He's swimming into the tree though, so that sucks. Oh, another gar right there. Oh, there's another one. These gar are in here feeding on these. Two just spooked. There are gar everywhere in here. They're in here feeding on these minnows. There's another school coming in right now. And you can see them come to the surface and just go after these bait fish. There's one way over. I can't hit one of these to save my life. Oh my God, look at that carp. Look at those carp. Oh, got it. Look at the size of that carp. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right. I just walked over this little culvert that we were just on the other side of, just to see if we could see anything over here. There's like 5 carp sitting right there where the culvert goes out. They're all stuck back in this lake. I wanted to get back in this lake to shoot it. Usually you could get back in this lake if it's flooded enough, but now you can't. And we can't get the boat over there, but I know that's loaded with fish. And as you saw, we just got a nice common out of there. Oh, there's fish in here. There's one right there. Got it. Got it. Oh, it got off. Dang it. I just came back over by the culvert and the fish that got off my arrows right here. Where'd he go? Got it. That's the fish I just got off my arrow. You can see where I hit it before. Crazy. I shot that fish way in there. It got off, and then I'm walking back to check on the boat, and it's sitting right there again. Second fish. I'm gonna get back in the boat. We're gonna run the main river channel and see if we can find a way to get out in that lake. All right, this is our last shot to get back into this lake where I wanted to go. Looks like this creek feeds out of that lake where we shot those 2 carp. And this is the only other way that we can get into this, if we can even get into here. It's a pretty long creek that comes out of there, and by the looks of like the other ones, how low it was and how many trees were on the other ones, I doubt we're gonna be able to make it all the way back, but if we do, this is gonna be greasy. Oh. Here we go. Hey, that's kind of lit. That's not. All right, so where we're trying to go is like, oh, there's a lot of down trees. I don't know about this, man.
2,000 years later.
All right, I tried to run up the river. Probably like, we've gone probably 7 miles from the launch. Like, we are far up. I decided to turn around and come back because the creeks I was trying to go in were just way too thick. I don't have a saw. I don't have a chainsaw. I don't have my push pole with me. I literally have nothing. Just by myself with my bare hands. And honestly, It was a little too much getting up that creek. I ended up walking up the sides and looking at the sizes of the trees. Some of those trees were massive, so I decided to get out of there because we weren't gonna make it all the way, so it was pointless to go any further. So we're gonna shoot this spot because there was a few fish in this when we came up the first time, and then we'll shoot that other spot where all those gar were, and I got those 2 carp. We'll check that little culvert area, and then after that we're gonna end up going back further down the river, and there's one more spot that I want to look at where I think is going to produce the most fish out of the whole day, hopefully. So that's the plan. Let's go. Hopefully we can shoot some fish. Got him. All right, well, that only took 2 hours since the last fish. I'm back in this creek. I really want to come back here with the boat somehow, but I cannot lift that boat over here myself. But we might have to come back here and shoot this another day because I think this would be insane. There are literally carp all over in here. All right, well, I'm currently trolling up the river now with my trolling motor only because the prop fell clean off the motor at some point when I was trolling. And then when I went to start it and drive, it didn't go anywhere because there was no prop. So I'm trolling upstream now at about 0.3 miles per hour. And I'll probably go buy a new prop and try to continue this video tomorrow. So if you guys are watching this, we will see you all tomorrow. I will see you then. All right, well, it is about 4 days later since you last saw me stranded 2 miles downriver, and I had to deal with that huge ordeal when I lost my prop. Then I went to the prop store, tried to buy a new one. It was for the wrong motor. So then I had to go back to the prop store the next day and finally got the right prop. So as you can see, we got a brand new prop on there with a new nut and pin. So hopefully we don't have that problem again because that did suck. So I decided to come out today and try to finish this video off for you guys. As you can probably recognize behind me, this is where we were shooting at some of those gar, and then on the other side of this little dam right here is where all those carp are. So it is later in the afternoon. It's going to be tough to see. This whole area is pretty much shaded, so it's going to be harder to see the fish. And as you can kind of see, if you remember from the last part of the video, the water went way down. Now it's probably like almost 2 feet lower in here. So I'm not sure if the gar will be sitting in here, but hopefully the carp are going to be on the other side still and we can shoot a few fish. Also, I got Tate with me this time. He's the town drunk, so he brought some liquor with him in here. And you better crack one of those.
I'm the supervisor for today.
Yeah, Tate's the supervisor. He's just here in case I get stranded. He's gonna help me. He'll probably jump out and swim us back to the launch if the trolling motor doesn't.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, probably not. He doesn't swim that well, so scratch that idea. All right, are you ready, little McGolden?
ready as it can be.
All right, let's go. I'm bringing the bucket with because I'm guessing the majority of the fish we'll shoot are gonna be in this creek. Tate's got flip-flops on. He thought we were going to the beach.
Well, we're doing that after this, right?
Snake, snake. Wow, this went down a lot. That's not good. All right, well, if you guys remember, this is where I was shooting the carp before, but this is absolutely choked out now. That little hole that was open is choked out with just like algae and cattails. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to see any carp in there, but we can walk down a little bit and go by where it's open, and hopefully there's some fish down there, because I don't think this is gonna work. Dude. Oh, what? Bro. Alright, well, as you guys just saw, there was one fish sitting right in there. I tried to shoot at it, and apparently my string was like wrapped on the reel handle or something, and the arrow just snapped right off. First shot of the day. Rookie mistake for sure. Oh. Big gar. All right, well, first fish, short nose gar. Okay, Okay, well, first fish, nice short-nosed gar. There are a lot more gar out here than carp on the main part of the river. And it's so dirty that, like, there's a gar right there. But it's so dirty that you can barely see anything. Like, if you guys even saw that gar, it just popped up for like a split second and then dropped back down, and I'm not even sure how I hit it. But there was a bunch of carp in here, kind of by this bank, so we're gonna look in here one more time and see if we can find a carp. If not, we'll head to a different spot and try to find a few more fish, hopefully more carp than gar. We're just rolling up to this little like bridge area, and last time I was in here, it was obviously way deeper. The water's way down, like I've said, and there's a bunch of little bait fish in here, and the gar and stuff will come in here. I don't know if you guys can see under the bridge. There's a bunch of ripples, and you can see the gar noses coming out of the water. They'll sit under this bridge because there's kind of a dam of sticks up there, and all the bait fish are kind of piled up upstream here, and the gar and stuff will just sit in here and eat on the bait fish. So we've kind of resorted to this to try to shoot just a couple more here because everything else is so dirty and mucky that you can't see the fish. So hopefully if we sit kind of at the end of this bridge, we'll be able to get a couple of gar or something to stick their nose up, and that's the only way that these fish are visible. Oh, there was one. There's so many in here. Oh, there was one. Oh. Okay, well, unfortunately, me and Tate have been ripping around for like the last hour and a half that you guys did not see, and we couldn't find any more fish. That is probably going to be the end of shooting this river this year, unless this water raises up quite a bit later in the fall or something. But other than that, we'll probably shoot the Mississippi and do some more day shooting on the bigger rivers where I can actually get off the main channel and shoot some other stuff that I want to. So with that said, that is going to wrap this video up. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys click that like button down below the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done that yet, and we will see you all on the next one. See ya! See ya! Also, buddy, you're bad luck because we didn't shoot as many fish today, but you're also good luck because we have a prop.
So I
that's
made
more
that
good
happen.
luck. I'd rather only shoot one fish and have a prop.
I'll keep that luck with you then.